Today we are going to be detailing the Ferrari F what? 430.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome back to Lumen Detailing, the YouTube channel. Today we are starting a new series called Meet the Owner. And for this first episode, we'll be getting to know Alex Smith. And he is the owner of this amazing Ferrari F430. And we'll be asking him what he does for a living to be able to drive and enjoy a car of this caliber. And I think it's a pretty cool story, so stay tuned and thank you for watching. For the car we're doing today, it's going to be Polish Angel Glissante in the 2-bucket method and inside the foam cannon. I'm going to put some in here and in here. Yeah, it's lower than I expected, man. Alright, here she is. Pretty clean overall. We'll probably just touch up a few things. We'll polish up the exhaust tips, make it look a little bit better. As you can see, these cars emit a lot of fumes and stuff. Man, check out that diffuser though. It's pretty nuts. We'll be taking off some of the decals from the previous rally he went on. So yeah, let's get this thing washed up. We'll talk to Alec for a little bit. Well, my wife will while I detail the car, so here you go.
Really? Yeah.
Okay.
But I like your watch.
Thank you.
Let me see. What is it?
It's an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak perpetual calendar.
What does that even mean?
So Royal Oak is the model, and then perpetual calendar is the movement. So basically, it can tell time through 365 days a year, and also it has a thing called a moon phase where it can tell when the moon is it's transitioning to nighttime.
What?
Yeah.
That is so neat.
Yeah.
What the heck?
One weird thing though is it doesn't have a seconds hand on it.
Oh.
So admittedly, the first one that I had, which was a few months ago, I thought it was broken because the second hand was my first perpetual calendar, and they're pretty more on the rare side. And then I realized that it's there is no second hand.
How did you even get into watches?
In 2022, my wife got me my first luxury watch. She got me a Breitling Navitimer, which of course I'll never sell. And then I was just doing my corporate job. I was kind of getting sick of it. The Watch Trading Academy was just there, so I ended up taking the courses. And then flash forward to a few months ago, I left my job in the IT industry, and I was in the IT industry for 10 years. And now I do watches full time.
What's the biggest hurdle of leaving your IT job into the watch industry?
It was hard. I mean, you just, it's the fear that you're making a mistake.
Yeah, of course.
And you're completely self-dependent.
Mm-hmm.
It was just the fact of leaving. It was a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't really, I just hated it and been over it. So it basically got to the point where my wife was telling me to quit every day.
Aww.
And she quit her job in November to run her company. So we were both in it together.
What does your wife do?
She owns a graphic design business focusing around logos and websites for small businesses.
Did she do yours?
Yeah, she did mine. Yeah, she did.
How does your watch compare to, I guess, the other luxury watches or the watches that brand that you have? Because I guess I don't know too much about watches, so it's neat to kind of hear about them because not everyone knows a lot about watches, and they when it comes to luxury too, everyone Rolex, the top of the top of the line, or right off the bat. So it's I guess, how does that compare to that industry?
Yeah, so Rolex, I can't remember the amount of volume that they do versus Audemars Piguet, and I'll refer to them as AP for short.
Okay.
But I probably 10x minimum the amount of watches that they produce. There also isn't a boutique for AP around here. The closest one's in New York.
Oh my gosh.
And then Atlanta. They're pretty much impossible to get from the from any dealer. You pretty much have to have a buying history in order to even be considered for like one of the more desirable ones. But you know, even for Rolex, it's like it's a pain, but you have a little bit more of a chance just because they pump out more watches. But for brands like AP and Patek Philippe, like it's not even worth it. Like people lose hundreds of thousands of dollars before just for the chance to get the other watch.
Oh
like
my
that,
goodness!
You know? And that one it's kind of like, you know, you've seen all the stuff with the new GT3 RS. Like people have taken massive hits on the cars that they purchased in order for the chance to get, you know, in depreciation for the chance to get the GT3 RS, which is selling above MSRP. However, the depreciation that they buy on those cars beforehand or watches is still doesn't make up for the amount if they were to resell the watch that they eventually want to get. Like that's where I step in, kinda. So like I buy like new old stock, new watches, like brand new from the AD, used also. So everything that I have is ready to go. But you know, some people want to get it straight from the AD. It's just a challenge.
So do you source these, I guess like hard to find pieces first, or do you have clients who come to you and be like, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and then you go out and find them?
Both. And sometimes don't want to trade it in for something else I have.
Okay.
So I always like doing trades with them.
Yeah.
Just to, you know, keeps it interesting and it keeps a relationship, you know?
Yeah,
So,
of course.
Just like cars. You trade
Yeah,
in a
just like
car.
cars.
Yeah, literally.
What's the most rewarding part about it?
Here, you know, people really get excited about what they're buying. Also, a lot of my clients are car people, so it's just nice to be able to talk like I would anyway with other car people. I get to be with my, you know, family a lot more now.
That's good, yeah.
It's just a different type of relationship with my clients. So,
What would be your biggest tip for someone, I guess, buying their first watch?
First tip, I would say buy the seller. So make sure that the person you're buying from, like, you can trust them, and that they're trustworthy. And 99% of the time you get what you pay for. So if you think you're going to get a great deal, there's going to be, like, if you don't pay for it now, you pay for it later. It's like if you buy a Ferrari, you know, Ferraris are known to be expensive to fix. Same with APs and Pateks. Like, if you buy the cheapest Ferrari, you're gonna regret it. So, other than that, just buy what you like, you know. Obviously, resale, you know, if that's something that, if you're looking at it as a long-term thing that you want to park your money in and you want it to stay stable or possibly increase, that is something to consider. But don't buy it just for that reason. Buy because you like it.
So I guess last question, what is, I guess, like a big tip that you'd give to someone, like just in general, like about like starting their own business, like wanting to quit their day job?
You're not going to get it right on the first try. And if you do get it right on the first try, something's wrong. But
there you go.
Yeah, but really, I mean, you know, just try to educate yourself as much as possible. Use your resources. Accept mentorship. Don't accept advice from someone you wouldn't trade shoes with. And, you know, it's the mental barrier is the toughest one. But if everything makes sense on paper, do your best to just look at the facts and the numbers and move past it.
What's your website?
www.skspeedandtime.com. It's under construction, but you can follow me on Instagram at skspeedandtime. And you can just really search that. I'm all over the place. So
And there you go, folks.
Yeah, man. For the exhaust tips, you just need.
these things are filthy, man.
Yeah, you just need this. So this is Polish Angel. This is handmade in Germany.
Okay.
So it polishes and also adds like a protective coating,
Okay.
which is super cool because the stuff that you'll see from like Mothers or griots, they just clean it, but they just leave it bare. So there's no coating. So this is gonna happen again. But with this, you clean it, and then it's a higher chance of staying clean.
Okay.
You know, as long as you maintain it regularly.
Cool.
All right, here it is. It's all done. It was already pretty clean to begin with, so I just did a exterior wash, clean the door jambs a little bit, clean the exhaust tips because they've seen better days, but it looks pretty fantastic. Now, if I had the car for a couple days, I can get them to near perfect, but honestly, for like the 20 minutes that I spent with this car, it came out pretty good. See? Clean the door jambs, the most important part. It's looking good. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked that video, this new episode we're trying out. So thank you.